Welcome back to A-Frame Homestead. My name is Andrea. Today I want to share with you my 2024 seed haul. I did an online order with Johnny's and I picked up a few seeds here and there, and I'll share them with you here. So I did my Johnny's seed order about a week ago Saturday, and in anticipation of them arriving, I went crazy at Walmart. I peeked in to where the Christmas stuff used to be. That little area is magically turning into a garden center again. So of course I had to peek my head in, and there were the Burpee big display. So I found myself a couple flowers. Last year I went crazy with zinnias because I loved them. They were the best cut flower in the world. That and some sunflowers. This year I picked out, I have purple of these morning glories, but I wanted these pink ones for quite a while. So I saw them and I got them. It's what I wanted. You'll note there on the top where I started writing 2023 instead of 2024. When I get my seeds, one of the first things I do is label which year I got them. That way, when I'm looking at them from the top, I can see how old the seeds are and if I might need to replace them. Some seeds last forever, some don't. But anyway, I messed up and was writing 2023 when it should have been 2024. So a couple of my Burpee seed packets are a little messed up. But these Chinese forget-me-nots, you will not forget why they're called forget-me-nots, because they are that prolific. And I want to add that despite their prolificness, I don't know what other word there is for it, despite it being very invasive, it is the most beautiful blue that you're going to see in your yard first thing in the spring in May. Beautiful. And then we get into zinnias. I'm a little bit zinnia crazy. I mean, I went crazy last year with them, and sunflowers mostly for I had some cosmos, but the cosmos don't hold very well unless it was the variety that I had. But I wasn't impressed with them, and I'm not doing cosmos again this year because I spent a lot of time trimming. Too much work. So we're going to go with cut flowers like these beautiful traditional zinnias here that I picked up for myself. They are named Forecast Mixed Colors. Candy cane mix. They look like firecrackers like the marigolds did last spring. Had to have these. This is the Burpee and Giants mix. So those will go to the front of the garden facing the road. Then yesterday I went to the Pennsylvania Farm Show and ran into this seed company called Rohrer Seed Company. I did ask them how they compared with Johnny's with their seed quality and the research that they do, and they claim that they compared themselves to them. So we're going to find out this year. This was my free seed that I got. I bought a packet and I was offered a free packet of seed. It was kale or this, and I picked up some kale from Johnny's. So I said, why don't we try sunflower, because last year I planted sunflowers for everybody and they seemed to enjoy them. And then I got, Jim picked out this red this red bachelor button. Dianthus, bachelor button, and daisies are my favorite flowers, but these are beautiful. They're like a magenta, pinkish, raspberry, reddish color. And I'm really glad that he picked them out because they're going to look really nice and pop against the brown on the house. And my last two flowers I got here, this is the Oklahoma mix from Johnny's Seeds for the zinnias. They're beautiful little mixed colors there. And my final one that I got was calendula. And the calendula, here's the picture of it, just so you can see it there. And the calendula, we're using the calendula to make calendula gel and calendula salve because I feel like I'm being fleeced every time I have to pay $15 for a tube of calendula gel. But the stuff works so darn good that you can't afford not to have it in the house. So I'm making it more affordable for me. Okay, where are we next? We're going to my vegetables. First thing I got myself a half a pound of the sugar snap peas for the spring. I picked these because they were the most flavorful, and they're also an All-American Select winner. And if you are an All-American Select winner, you went through quite an ordeal to get yourself that it's like winning the Daytona 500, you know. So that enters you into like rock star fame if you're a grower. Okay, so I got these because they're most flavorful, and I got so many because they don't go bad, and I'll use them up in probably 3 years because everybody loves these. This was the first vegetable that Jim ate fresh out of the garden that he'd never had fresh before, and it addicted him to the garden. So he was sold. Cucumbers. I have a love affair with cucumbers, so I got myself a couple new ones. This one says it's the best tasting, and it's called the General. And it's got some nice disease resistance, and it's only a 52-day cucumber, so it's a slicer. It's going to be pretty decent. Looking forward to trying it. This one is Diva, and the reason I picked this one is because it has no seeds, and it's also an All-American Select winner. But these are the same cucumbers that you see in the store, those expensive ones that are tall and skinny. They're about, like fingerling size, but that's them. Divas, they're called Diva. I get mine. I get mine from Johnny, and I'll tell you why I order from Johnny, because I've never gotten a bad result from Johnny's. I always get great production, tons of fruit. What it says, it does. If it says it's a 52-day, it's a 52-day within a day or two. So it's really cool to have their stuff. And this is a pickler. I prefer picklers, so I'm looking forward to trying the General, only because this Supremo here is a pickler, and I prefer pickler. This one's supposed to be best tasting, so we'll see if I prefer the taste of the General over my picklers this year. But that's my new pickler I got for this year, called Supremo. Now we're on to cauliflower. I initially picked the early snow, and I had my order up, but I hadn't hit the send button. And when I got up the next morning, this was the only seed that wasn't available to me. So I didn't get the early snow, but I got the Snow Crown. This is also an All-American Select winner, and it's an early cauliflower. So I'm looking forward to growing cauliflower. I've never done it before. I like cauliflower. I just never tried to grow it. And we're getting carrots. These are storage carrots. They're called Bolero. I have tons of fresh eating carrots, like yayas and mokums and things of that sort, and some nantis. I'm not sure how you say it, but I have some of those kind. But this, I wanted to try a storage one. I'm going to try to keep these in the ground until we're ready to eat them in the wintertime. So I'm going to plant them out with how many days? 75 days. So I'll plant them out about 60 days before our last frost, and they'll stay good. They should be good for the winter, I'm hoping anyway. Onions. I have a thing about the military. I was in the service, so these are called Patterson. And this is a full size and a long storage, and it's a long day onion. I live in the north, but far enough south in the north that I can go with a midday or I could go with a long day, but I'm going to stick with the long day because that's what it's showing from my zone where I'm at. I think I'm right on the cusp there. I could do whichever. But this is a full size onion, so it'll be a nice size onion, and I enjoyed last year starting my onions from seed, so I'm looking forward to doing it again this year. And these will be started here before you know another month. We're the middle of January already. Oh, yeah. Cabbage. This is a Savoy cabbage, so it can tolerate the cold. It'd be good for a late cabbage planting. And let me see how many days this one has. 105. So, yeah, it's a whole season. It'll be there. But it's a nice Savoy, so it'll be nice and crinkled. It'll look really cool. I can't wait to see it. More cabbage. Botran. And this I picked out because of its rot resistance, and that's really the only reason I picked it out. I didn't get it's a new seed from Johnny, and I think I paid a little bit more for it, but I'm sure that it's going to hold up. It's always quality from Johnny's. Sorry about that, folks. Kale. I got the winter boar, and this winter boar, it's a curly blue and green, so it'll be like frilly. It's I'm looking forward to seeing it. It'll be like a ruffle is the word I'm looking for. Winter boar, blue green. I think it'll be nice. Really enjoying kale, and I think it'll look nice in the bouquets too with that blue green color. And then this is called red boar, and it's a curly purple, and it has purplish and red leaves on it. So this one's gonna be beautiful. That'll look really nice in the bouquets too. It'll also be really good for eating. And the last thing I got bush beans. I got the amethyst ones, and I went with the amethyst because they're purple, and I'm putting these in containers, and I'm at the age now where it's harder to see green on green, even in the hot summer sun. And these are purple, so I'll be able to see them. They'll pop right out, and I'll be able to pick them at the right time because I'll be able to keep my better eyes on them. So that's what I got from the seed haul. I have my garden plan already worked out, pretty much the way that I want it. Last year I shuffled it around 4 or 5 times. I'm hoping only doing it one more time this year, but that's where we're at. So I appreciate you watching. If you like, do you have any comments about the varieties that I selected or the seed companies that I used? I'd love to hear your questions or comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, go ahead and hit the down button too, so I know where to improve. And until I see you next time, happy growing.